A new season is upon us, and this afternoon, the Darien Blue Wave will host the Norwalk Bears in the 2022 FCIAC Boys Soccer Opener. A pleasant good evening, everybody. Braden Schenk joined alongside me. I guess you could call him the godfather of Darien soccer, Tim Blake. And Tim, we should have a good matchup on our hands. Norwalk and Darien, what are we going to see this afternoon?
These two teams know each other extremely well. They've been playing against each other either on clubs or versus the high school teams very, very well. You've got all seniors starting for Darien. You've got a mixture of juniors and seniors for Norwalk. The Norwalk goalie will be the weak link, not to mean that he isn't very good, but he was behind the FCIAC championship goalie for a few years, so he has virtually no experience on the varsity level. He is good. He's experienced in the club level. Darien starting off with their normal 4-4-2, and Norwalk is starting off with their normal 4-3-3 formations.
So those are the formations in this one. You mentioned a little bit about Marcos Pena. He'll be starting in between the pipes for the Norwalk Bears. He was the backup under the, I think, all FCIAC Jake Goodwin last year. Goodwin took the Bears all the way to the FCIAC title match last year, and they took down Greenwich 1-0 en route to their third all-time FCIAC title. But the captains will rally up their sides, and we're going to take a look at the starting lineups in this one. First for the Bears, we mentioned Pena. He'll be in net, and then in the field numerically, Arias, number 2, Tagridis, number 4, Miles Sawyer, Matthew Martinez, Jack Girardi, Ivan Rojas, Luke Ingber, Ben Bradley, Pace Heatley, and Dylan Thomas will be rounding it out for head coach Chris Lawton and the Norwalk Bears. Over on the Darien side of things, it will be the senior captain, Tommy Bronca, who will be starting in this one. Last year split time with Will Lehan, but he will be the number 1 for head coach John Bradley and Darien. And then in the field for them, Jeff Nudwadi, Trey DeSanctis, Jack Petty, Trevor Pegg, Bobby Whitaker, Gaurav Parwal, Ryan Roderick, Owen Comey, and then the twins, James and Matthew Kennedy, will be rounding out Darien starters.
There are no new rule changes this year, so expect the same rules. These two refs have been around for quite a while, worked with each other, they know each other. We should get a good match here, good, clean match.
Both teams have been waiting for this one for a while. A long off season, but we will kick off the 2022 campaign right here, and it will be Dylan Thomas, the senior captain for Norwalk, to get us started. The whistle is blown and we are underway. Norwalk will start with possession first. They are in their road white jerseys with the green numbering, moving from right to left on your screen. Darien in their home blue and black striped jerseys. They'll be moving from left to right with the white numbering.
That was a delayed handball to the advantage. That's why Norwalk got the ball back.
So already 20 seconds in, we already see our first whistle on it. Great start to the season there, but Norwalk will keep with the possession, as that's Ingber. Ingber now going to move it, retreat it back to their side. And number 2, Arias. Isaac Arias, the senior for Norwalk. The Norwalk team that they lost a lot of big players last year, most notably their MVP. This one's now sent through off the head of Parwal. Nice rebound by Martinez. He's going to try to make a move. And intercepted by Gaurav Parwal. But last year, Norwalk, they had the MVP in the FCIAC, and Mateo Cano took them all the way to the FCIAC title game. They're without Cano, so they have some inexperience, but Norwalk definitely has a good team this season.
We expect Darien to, they've been practicing for the last week or two, to go out wide to the wings and to play it down the wings before they bring it back.
Darien now with the possession on the wings, as you just mentioned. Jeff Nudwadi near midfield with it over to the captain, Bobby Whitaker. This is a Darien team that entering the season has some high expectations. 38-man roster, 26 of which are seniors. So a very veteran group for head coach John Bradley, and one that you look at the preseason rankings, Dave Rudin has them as the favorites for the FCIAC. So it's going to be interesting how the Blue Wave does this season and if they can potentially pick up their first ever FCIAC crown. Possession staying with Darien, Jeff Nudwadi with the throw-in. Finds James Kennedy, and quickly met by the Norwalk defender in Rojas. Nudwadi to try again. This time off the head of Pegg. Into the box.
Nice flick.
Great job there by the captain. And Ben Bradley Ben Bradley, the senior, second year on varsity. And how about this? He's a diver for Norwalk, committed to George Washington to dive for the Colonials. And now on the wing with it is Sawyer. He's going to try to send the through ball to Martinez.
Nice slide tackle, but good defending by Darien. You can expect the center backs to defend well. They're all back except for one senior that graduated, and here's that play.
Kennedy will connect to his twin. The shot just wide off the foot of James Kennedy. The Kennedys trying to put their connection together. A great through ball from Matthew Kennedy finds James Kennedy. And the possession will stay with the Blue Wave.
Norwalk prepared for the basic Darien format that they've been playing for years. John has mixed it up for this match.
We'll see our first corner kick in this one. Jack Petty to take it for the Blue Wave. Big first opportunity, just 4 minutes in. Petty sends it into the box. And that one will be stopped by Pena, our first save of the match.
That's going to help the goalie just get the jitters out, and that's a nice save coming across.
And you can definitely tell with Pena, he had those jitters, as you mentioned, in the warm-up. This is the first game that he will be starting in his varsity career. Once again, played under Goodwin. So it's definitely going to be some trial and error for the Norwalk Bears seniors. This one now will get over to Luke Ingber. Ingber gets it over to Martinez.
Nice give and go. Nice cross.
And that one just on the top of the net. It's a good shot from Luke Ingber, but couldn't quite get the angle. And as a result, Darien will get the possession. And as we've so far already seen, both teams coming out with their aggressive offenses. It's going to be an interesting 80 minutes of play this afternoon from Darien High School.
The beauty of these clubs is it could be 0-0 or it could be 3-2. They both have the ability to shut teams down and to score at will.
This one now stopped by Bronca. Good shot from Jack Girardi. That's more to that point, Tim. Last year they played to a 1-1 tie to open up the season. For Norwalk, they went 12-2-2. So Darien was one of only 2 teams to tie with the Bears. And then Darien, of course, the 9-1-5 regular season, taking home the FCIAC East Championship. Only the 6th time in program history that head coach John Bradley and the Blue Wave could accomplish that feat. As now Norwalk will take their first draw at the corner kick here in the 6th minute. Sent in the box.
Norwalk
off the header and stopped by Bronca. Ben Bradley tries to send it in, but Billy Bronca denies him. A big first stop for the Darien senior.
Norwalk put 7 men in the box. 7.
Wow. And Billy Bronca showing the experience right there, was being overpowered. It was a great angle from Bradley trying to go to that corner, but Bronca says not today and keeps it scoreless.
Bronca's got a real nice foot for that free kick.
Petty's going to send this one over to Pena.
Now, Pena's last punt, if he continues to punt, is going to go about, smart play there.
So just going to roll it off to Arias.
Absolutely.
Arias now going to boot this one downfield, looking for Sawyer on the wing. Sawyer over to the captain and Ingber. My apologies, that's Thomas. Thomas now in the corner with it. Great defense by Trey DeSanctis. Norwalk will line up for another corner kick. Rojas will set the ball. Last time near inches away from a goal. They're going to look to change fortunes on their second attempt.
Once again, they're packing it with 7 players. Norwalk, and he's putting it in a good spot.
Up high just over the scrum. Owen Comey's going to keep it in.
Oh, nice. Well played. Here it is.
Roderick, the through ball to Pegg. Trevor Pegg now maneuvering his way past Martinez. Sends it over to
There
Roderick.
we go. Out wide.
Roderick will be tripped up by number 4, Tigritis.
Nice defending.
Darien was trying to keep the ball moving, playing the hot potato with it. Could not fool the Bears. Roderick going to send this one into the box. Once again, denied by Norwalk. Whitaker looking for Peg on it, off of his teammate in Kennedy. On the wing is Heatley. Pace Heatley, the senior for Norwalk. Sends this one just high, and Bronco will corral it. Punt into the midfield, just over the head of Peg. Of course, as we got to mention at all the soccer games here at the DHS Oval, the JV game going on behind us, so the extra whistles might be heard. But nonetheless, play resumes as that's it. Rojas, who sends the ball over to Martinez.
Nice defending again.
So far, this Darien defense has been stellar.
Oh, boy.
Sends this one over to Peg. He gets it.
He's going to be looking for Kennedy, and he's got him.
Roderick, and just wide.
Damn. Sorry.
Trevor Peg sends that one right in the box to the boot of Ryan Roderick, but just sends it wide.
That's the play they've been working on for 2 weeks.
Come on, defense, you got lucky there. Let's go.
And now it will be Pena to boot it away.
Norwalk's going to be focusing in on getting the ball to number 11, Ingberg, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Ingber.
Ingber.
Close enough. Ingber, the captain for Norwalk.
Yeah, he's the target.
Darien will regain possession. Ndwadi throws it in. And it looks like he's going to try it again.
It never went in.
Oh, that would be a good reason to restart it.
Well, yeah, but in different leagues. It's in the high school league, Darien retains the throw-in. Ooh.
And they're going to call the hold on Trevor Peg.
You think?
little clear on it. He was grabbing the captain, Bradley, a little too much on it, and turns it over to Norwalk. Of course, you're watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation, bringing you this live coverage of varsity boys soccer. Our first broadcast of the year is today, the first day of contests for Connecticut high school. Really sporting events. This one sent up, stopped by Pena.
I don't know whether the camera picked that up, but from the outside of the foot, that was one heck of a shot from, to get that ball 30 yards in the air. So
It was indeed, and sent on net, but Pena made the stop. As now Comey will head it over to Whitaker. Bobby Whitaker, senior captain for Darien, 1 of 4. Get her over to James Kennedy. Here's Norwalk streaking down the field with it.
that's their target again.
Ingber. Short pass, going to try the give and go, but he cannot complete on it. As now Kennedy will keep it in.
And he does.
Great keep in by Bradley. Once again at the midfield, this will be Heatley that will keep it in. Rolling out of play. And we will see the goal kick for Tommy Bronca. But a good sequence there for Norwalk. They pushed, and now Comey will kick us back in over to Kennedy.
Very smart play there.
Kennedy stopped by number 10, Rojas. Put his body on the line for that one. Here's Matthew Kennedy. Sends it into the box, finds Peg. Off of his head, just wide. Now Petty's going to try his luck. Stopped by number 23, Dylan Thomas. A great stop, as that was going to try to connect to Bobby Whitaker. But the All-FCIAC West player a season ago, Dylan Thomas, makes the stop. And Martinez slow to get up. Clock keeps on ticking. This one now punted out of play. And the ref's thinking about it, and we will see a stoppage on the clock as Matthew Martinez will look to be okay. 27-27 left in this opening half. And good sportsmanship there from Whitaker, which that's something you don't want to see in your first game right there, especially a big player like Matthew Martinez going down. But we will see. First substitution of the match is number 12, Marcos Papakosmis, checking into the game.
Darien player throwing it in, Jeff Nutiati?
Udwadi.
Close. Anyway, he's got quite the responsibility because he's marking number 11. So
That's a big player to guard.
Yeah.
And Luke Ingber.
Defending that guy and giving up some height. So far he's right there.
This one.
Oh, really sweet.
Finds DeSanctis. He's going to try to chip it up, but that one punted into the parking lot. Not quite. Still out of play, though.
No, I made it.
Looks like it was just short. But nonetheless, it will be a goal kick for Pena.
He has a good punt. Let's just see what kind of a free kick he has.
Another substitution for the Bears. Number 28, Freddie Bonilla will check in the place of Miles Sawyer. Actually, no, Sawyer is still in the game. Don't know who he came in for, but Bonilla now checking in, the junior for Norwalk. Here's Pena. Good kick out to the midfield.
Excellent.
Kennedy gonna try his luck. Tries to send it to Peg. Stopped by Norwalk. Here's Whitaker.
Darien's going to have to go out wide.
Darien now trying to take it up the center. No longer trying that wing approach that they've tried for so long.
What they've been practicing is to go a little bit deeper, wide, and then bring it back. Because Norwalk is going to clamp down in the middle on the 18.
There's Arias. Going to try to send the through ball to Girardi. Bronco will come out. He'll stop it. Risky play there, but Bronco will hold on to it. Tommy Bronco in the all-pink uniform. Kind of hard to miss him over on the left side of the field.
With the bright yellow gloves and shoes, yeah.
Of course, the four-year varsity player for head coach John Bradley. I mean, I can't remember a Darien goalie wearing that bright of a color and match it all the way.
No comment. Oh, nice pick.
Petty will pick it off over to Kennedy. Kennedy staying with it, trying to chip it over to Peg. Keep in by Petty. And he's just going to retreat it back to Bronco.
What a perfect day for soccer. I mean, 72 degrees, no humidity, very light wind.
That was definitely the hope here. First day of contests in the FCIAC, and you couldn't have picked a more picture-perfect day. Might be a little hot out there to be running in the hot sun, but for us up here in the stands, it's beautiful temperature to watch a soccer match.
Well, I'm looking at the wind. It's coming directly off the east, so east to west is perfect for a soccer match.
Again, I'm not the meteorologist here, and I guess Tim Blake is our jack of all trades on the call.
No.
Edwadi will...
Oh, we got away with that one.
Petty's going to make a nice move, get it over to the wing, and Kennedy. Kennedy going to try to send it over to his brother, and that one will be stopped by Pena. That Kennedy connection is something you got to keep an eye out for. This time it was James sending it to Matthew. Pena picks up save number 3 on the match. Pena's punt off the head of Comey. And over to the quite overpacked Darien bench.
Wow.
They can't even fit all of them on the bench. I guess that's what a 38-man roster looks like.
I didn't know you could do 38 guys, but you know what?
The shot there, and stopped by Bronca. Norwalk had a look on it. That was number 9, Jack Girardi, who was trying to break our scoreless tie. And he had Bronca beat on that one.
Yeah, no, it's just the excellent goaltending, years of practice and reaction. That's the only kick save that he had there. And it was well done by Bronca.
Here's Rojas on the near side.
Once again, they're packing everybody in the box deep.
Rojas. This shot skipping just wide off the boot of Dylan Thomas. Thomas, the all FCIAC West player a season ago. He was looking to connect on that one and finish with the goal.
We have a sub, number 11 from Norwalk, going out. It's good for Darien, I guess.
DeGritis will check back in the place of Ingber. Interesting call there. Ingber was really the spark plug of their offense so far in this first 18 minutes.
I think maybe the coach wants to talk to him about, positioning.
Here's Matthew Kennedy. Being guarded by Heatley.
Goal kick.
Once again, great job by the Norwalk defense to push away Darien.
By the way, Darien girls open up against Norwalk tomorrow, and should Darien prevail, which I expect, it'll be Lee Parsons' 100th varsity win.
Wow, that game is at Norwalk.
Yep.
Don't think I knew that would be his 100th victory, but that would be a big accomplishment for Darien Varsity girls head coach Lee Parsons. What's he in now, year 8? 6?
I'm not sure. He was one of my first. I started coaching him in 1989.
Oh. Got to do the math on that one. As Cameron Moyers will check in for Darien. Moyers, the sophomore, and he was a player that Darien was really excited to get. I talked to the captains last week, and one of them, Owen Comey, was really talking about Cameron Moyers and how excited he was to get him on the varsity squad for the next 3 years. Just got that X factor to him. So Moyers, that's number 20 for Darien. Here's Bobby Whitaker, though. Free kick will sent onto the box off a couple heads.
Darien also had 7 men in the box on that free kick, and that's on a free kick. That's a lot of guys. Not so much on a corner. Play on.
No call on that. Parwall going to be forced to retreat into the free space. Dwadi will just smartly kick it back to Bronca with Girardi hot on his heels.
That's experience.
Petty.
Taking it wide.
Again, a great job by Tigridis on the near wing. That's Thomas falling to the ground. And the whistle will keep it with the Bears. Here's Ben Bradley. Short kick over to Tigridis. Tigridis, my apologies. Kennedy's gonna try to clear it to the midfield. This one's got all the space in the world and will roll out of play. So Bradley once again will throw it in.
Ooh, that's a major throw-in.
A little too much on it, as now Arias will try to keep it with the Bears.
Yeah, but keep that one in mind, and when it gets deep into the territory, he'll have the ability to throw it right in front of the goal.
Kennedy's gonna just kick this one over to Pena. And now Marcos Pena will punt the ball away once again. 3 saves on the match.
Getting a nice crowd here from Norwalk and Darien.
Indeed it is, the opener for both sides. And these bleachers are packed at the DHS Oval Field. Parwall Short kick over to Kennedy. Kennedy trying to get her over to Moyers, stopped by Bradley. Had to play possession going to the Bears. Bradley will take a little off this one, off the head of Nadwadi. Here's Thomas
Just
hustling
kick
for
it out. Kick it out.
Thomas and Parwell fall to the ground. Bronca will come out and stop it. A smart play there from Tommy Bronca. The alertness to stop it. And now he will slow the play down.
Girardi from Norwalk gave him a tap, just saying nice save. So they obviously know each other, but you know, it's respect. It's nice.
And that was something you touched on a little pregame, is the fact that there might not be much varsity experience for Norwalk, but a lot of these guys played in the club seasons and played against each other.
Oh yeah, they all know each other.
Marcos Pena after making that stop. Punts it long ways. As Harwell's gonna stop it. Make a nice move and try to transition it. Getting into the box to Comey. Give and go here is Girardi. Right back over to Rojas.
A lot of good give and go, Norwalk.
Bonilla. Once again, keeping it moving. It's gotta be a sneaky move from Thomas. He will get the ball right back. Thomas stopped by Parwall.
Both teams, all the four backs on both teams are very solid. So it's going to be pretty tough to sneak through it.
Darien will get the restart. Owen Comey. And that's something we've seen as 16 minutes remain in this opening half. Both defenses have just been stellar. It's going to be tough for a side to break the other side. This one sent all the way over to Peg off his head, and Pena will come out to make the stop.
So if this guy, the goalie, continues to punt it 70 yards, it's really not doing a whole lot of it much for the Norwalk.
Once again, punting it just hard to Parwall off his head, and that time we'll keep possession with Norwalk. But to your point, Tim, that's something that's not going to help the Bears if he just punts it right back to Darien.
No, you can, at halftime, John Bradley will just tell him, all right, here's what we're going to expect. It's not wind aided. It's a solid punt, but it's in no direction. It's right down the middle.
The ball on the far wing to Rojas. Now trying to the box to Thomas. Dwadi will stop it. Thomas once again gaining possession. And Girardi stopped by Petty. Moyer's being met at the midfield. Bonilla. And how about that? That's a nice set of hair out there from Freddie Bonilla, the junior. And now the ball retreats to Tommy Bronca. Once again, Jack Petty, the senior.
Yeah, he's very solid back there. He's not going to give up anything.
Aggressive out there, making a lot of stops. Trying to give Darien the opportunities on the offense. As Peg will lose it to Papa Cosmas. Bonilla now on the far wing. Freddie Bonilla, the junior. Punt that one all the way off the head of Comey. Norwalk will keep with it. Oh, right off the head of Sawyer. Don't think he was expecting that one. Miles Sawyer, though, the senior, he had the lone goal for Norwalk in the FCIAC title match a year ago. He's now a senior and looks to be a spark plug for Norwalk. Trying the through ball to Bonilla, stopped by Nadwadi. And just high, or just hard rather, past Moyers. Grittis right back to Bradley. Ben Bradley, long kick.
He'll shield him out and get the free kick.
Good defense by Jeff Nadwadi. As Bronco will see the goal kick. with a substitution for the Bears, and it appears they will bring their captain, Luke Ingber, back on in the place of Jack Girardi. So captain for captain. But you got to look out for the senior Luke Ingber.
See, that's a solid kick. That has direction, so that's well done.
And some short game being played, but Kennedy will lose possession of Thomas. No call. Here's Rojas. Right back to Thomas. Falling to the ground, Whitaker gains possession. Once again,
The refs are letting him play. Just as I say that.
That ball will go to Norwalk, but it definitely has been a physical game, and both teams have picked up on that.
Yeah, all the nerves are done. They're now into their game.
And that's something you like to see for both coaching staffs, especially when you have a 2-month season ahead of you. Both teams ready to go and the players fired up. A lot of people saw the schedule and circled this game on their calendar. It's quite a marquee matchup to open up with both teams, two powerhouses in the FCIAC. There's Tagridis. He's going to try to send it through, stopped by Parwall. Again, great pressure by Rojas. He's going to send it on net. Just high.
Okay, I'll let the other team take it from 40 yards on out all day long. Wind is starting to pick up here, but I'm looking at the flag and it's not doing anything.
Even just stepping out and under the tent here, I mean, it's not as bad once you leave the tent. It might just be that we're shielded, I guess.
I'm not leaving the tent.
Oh, that's probably a good reason right there. It's now Owen Comey. Oh, now it's starting to pick up here, and there's the flag.
Okay.
Right on cue. Moyer's going to be stopped.
All right, Darien free kick from about 25 yards out, direct, right in the middle. Good call by the ref.
And this will be a golden opportunity for Darien. 11 minutes remaining in the opening period. Bobby Whitaker, the senior captain, had 3 goals a season ago. He'll be lined up to take the free kick.
All right, Norwalk has height for their back wall, defending with 5 or 6 guys, 4 now, and then man on the rest. So, see what Darien.
Whitaker sends it on net. Stopped by Pena.
Very good technique by the Norwalk goalie there. The way he stopped the ball with the V in his hands and knocked it down. So he definitely knows what he's doing.
Save number 5 from Marcos Pena. And that was an opportunity that had Darien written all over it. Whitaker sent a nice ball on net as Parwall will let that one go out, giving possession rather to Tommy Branca and the goal kick. 10 left in the opening half. Of course, we were just pointing out the kind of covered scoreboard here at the DHS Oval Field. But nonetheless, we are 30 minutes into this match. As Kennedy will get it off the shin of Tagridis.
I think those two have played together for a long time. Nicely done.
It does appear that way, and Darien will be forced to throw it in. Dwadi, the specialist on these throw-ins. Sends that one just behind the net. Both parties a little slow to get up on it, but they both seem to be okay.
That's why they wear shin guards.
Yes, indeed. You're just joining us, Braden Shank and Tim Blake with you. So glad you could be with us on your Thursday afternoon watching this opening match of the 2022 season between Darien and Norwalk on the DAF Media Network. Pena with the kick off the head of Whitaker in favor of the Bears. Bonilla's hustling. Great defense by DeSanctis. And they will call the push on Bonilla. Or the shove, rather. Comey just past Kennedy.
Nice deke move there.
That one's going to roll all the way down to the softball field. As DeSanctis now to throw it in. Back to Whitaker. Great stop there from Ingber. That's Thomas, rather. My apologies. Dylan Thomas. Gonna just get it off now to Ingber. Thomas can't keep it in. So a lucky break there for the Blue Wave.
Darien continues to try and bring it into the middle from 30 yards on out. Norwalk's seen it so often that they're just going to shut it down.
Substitution for the Bears. Miles, well, not quite yet, but it appears that they are going to bring their captain Girardi back on. Sawyer started to trot off. This one now past Bradley. Pena's just going to corral it. Marcos Pena trot around with a look for an open man. As Mitch Davis will approach the stand. Looks like Darien will be making a substitution as well. Next whistle. But for now, Papa Kosmas. Over to Bonilla. Great pickpocket from DeSanctis. Kennedy keeps it in the peg on the far wing. Trying the through ball, but Arias will just let it roll to his goaltender in Pena. Up the middle to Sawyer.
There he is.
Here's Engber. Makes two nice moves. Stays with it. Shot. Stopped by the side of the cage. Bronca might have gotten a foot on it.
Kick save and a beauty. Let's see. Substitution, and it looks like a free kick, so it was behind the line.
So Bronca will get it. Jack Girardi checks back in for Norwalk. And for Darien, they will bring on the legs of Mitch Davis and Miles Lefkowitz. Lefkowitz just a sophomore, but he will see play in this first match.
Whoops. Send it. There you go.
Peg.
It's jailbreak.
He's looking for Davis, but Pena will call off his defenders and grab it. Pena with the punt. Norwalk trying to play for it and still a little far. As Parwall will now get it over to Kennedy.
Darien's got it. Oh.
Mitch Davis.
Darien needs to start to communicate.
Heads up. Oh, for a second, that one was coming over here.
Yeah, the back right needs to start to communicate with the rest of the team here for Darien. He's
Miles Lefkowitz to throw it in.
Oh, he spotted the right man.
One of 8 sophomores for Darien gets it to Peg. Trevor Peg, the short ball over to Whitaker, intercepted. And Whitaker fights through it. Great job by Bobby. Here's Kennedy. Stopped, tripped up. The possession stays with the Blue Wave.
Norwalk was looking, their back line was looking for a handball there, and it did hit the hand, but it was unintentional, nor did he gain direction, so good non-call by the refs.
Kennedy throws it into Mitch Davis. The give and go. Kennedy's going to send this one just out of play.
It's high, it's long, it's over the fence.
Just about gone. Actually, that one did leave as Pena will grab the new ball. 4:30 remaining in the opening period, opening half rather.
It's been a good match, back and forth, back and forth.
As indeed, no one has been able to crack the score column yet, but we do still have another 40 minutes to play. Punt this time a little short off of Girardi. Kennedy was looking for Kai Sparks, who checked in the match for Darien. Sparks, the sophomore, now in his second year with the Wave. Kai Sparks, one of the smaller guys on this Darien team, but he definitely has the talent. Scored a goal last year, and he looks to contribute to Darien. Short pass over to Ingber. Intercepted by Parwall.
Trap him.
Here's Peg.
That's a
Again.
good read, really good read by the right defender
Again,
for
Healy.
Norwalk. Again, they know each other.
They do indeed. Now Norwalk's going to try to send this one up just high. Was looking for number 11, Luke Ingber, and unable to connect on it. Tommy Bronca will get the, it will be Comey with the free kick. Good kick indeed. He's looking for Davis just past him. Trevor Pegg looking ahead at it, intercepted by Thomas. Here's Dylan Thomas. And great job by Pegg to stop him. Bonilla on the far side.
Dylan, back to Dylan.
Thomas being guarded by Comey. And Parwall will come away with it. Mitch Davis quickly being met by Tagridas. Bobby Whitaker now using the speed, coming up the lane with it.
That is speed.
Just looking for Kai Sparks, stopped by Heatley. And possession going to the Bears. You can hear the fans cheering for that one. A big call with 2 minutes remaining in the opening half. Here's Thomas. Tries the through ball to Bonilla. He connects on it, this one, with some space. Bronca coming out of the net, and he will just kick it away.
Boy, he is playing a really, really nice game, Bronca. He's got really good technique.
And the clock will stop here as Bonilla is on the ground, or at least I think the clock should stop. Somebody should probably double check that as the scoreboard here at Darien High School continues to tick. But I got to assume they stopped play for this, considering there's head coach Chris Lawton coming out. As Bonilla is on the ground. I mean, I'm already up to 30 seconds that they've just let that clock run over there. I'm curious how much more it will go. And there we go, they got it. But we're going to take a short break on the DAF Media Network, and we'll be right back with the conclusion of this first half. We welcome you back to the Oval Field after the injury timeout. It will be Norwalk possession. As for the time left, that is still up to be determined. The scoreboard reading 57 seconds. But the whistles were blown with about a minute and a half left on the clock.
Come on, guys, punch it in. Let's go.
And I guess they're going to go with it. So 57 seconds left in the opening half. This one now sent on net. Bronca will make the stop. The ball is loose. Thomas is going to try to head it.
That was that throw-in I was talking about earlier in the day.
But a nice save by Bronca. Only his third of the afternoon. Now here is Henry Cavana that checked in for Darien. And he will round out the last 20 seconds as Engber is going to send it through, stopped by Bronca.
Thank you very much for taking that shot.
And that will just about take us to the end of the first half. Couple more ticks left. Short little punt. But we are 40 minutes into this one. No score between Darien and Norwalk. Tim, what did you take away from this first half?
Exactly what we expected. They know each other. They're both excellent teams. They've got good defense, real good defense. Goalkeepers are doing a very, very nice job. It's just going to be one mistake, and I hope it's not. I just hope it's a good, solid play by Darien.
And you mentioned a mistake. Do you think there's going to be any more that's going to need to go into a potential score in this game?
I think once Darien settles down their attack on what they had practiced all week, because they had it at the beginning and they kind of lost it towards the middle, I think when they get that back after John talks to them, I think we'll see Darien on the attack.
We're through 40 minutes. No score between Darien and Norwalk. You are watching the DAF Media Network. We're going to take a short break and be right back.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization. DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future. Both
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization. DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming.
This is David Genovese, founder of Corbin Cares. Corbin Cares Phase 2, in partnership with the Darien Foundation, was launched to support the people who support Darien. Corbin Cares partnered with the Darien Foundation to thank essential workers, teachers, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, town employees, and postal workers who stepped up during the pandemic. Family meals for 4 were provided by Four Forks, Bodega, Michael Joseph's, 1020 Post, and Parlor Pizza and Wine. Post 53 was treated to a tacos and waffles night with Bodega and the Waffle Cabin. Thanks to countless donors, 910 family dinners for 4 and 110 posties were served. And the Corbin Cares office was flooded with notes, emails, and letters of gratitude. Thanks to the essential workers and generous donors, you are all that make this community great.
"40 minutes up on the board, and we are ready to get started in the second half between Darien and Norwalk after the scoreless first half. Braden Shank and Tim Blake with you. So glad you can be with us. As Trevor Pegg will boot it over to Jack Petty to get us started. Teams will switch sides, so Darien now moving from right to left on your screen. Norwalk left to right as Trevor Pegg will get the opportunity, sending it just high. But Norwalk, they are in their road white jerseys with the green numbers. Again, from left to right on your screen, Darien in their home black and blue stripes with the white numbering, moving from right to left. This, of course, is a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Our student production crew this afternoon, all student volunteers from Darien High School: Miller Hackman, Bo Hackman, Benoit Chulis, Henry and Brogno, Cooper Kelly, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew, working to bring you this live coverage. And a quick stop there. Here's Norwalk. That one is shot up and just wide. Miles Sawyer had a look. The ball fell right to him and was unable to put it in. That was something that happened all last minute. Sawyer just looked down, had the ball, kicked it up. Darien will breathe the sigh of relief. Tim, you said at halftime this was a game that has been back and forth all match, and both coaches identified it.
Yeah, it's 100 miles an hour both ways.
It's going to be interesting, as this could be a first score wins the match, as this is now Girardi who will send the through ball. Here's Thomas. Thomas, the shot, stopped by Bronca. A big opportunity for the Bears, but Tommy Bronca will pick up his 5th save. So far, it's been all Bears. As now here's Kennedy. Kennedy, the shot, stopped by Pena. And once again, the team's going right back and forth.
This is punch for punch.
Marcos Pena now. Senior goalkeeper. Long punt downfield.
See, that doesn't do anything for Norwalk whatsoever. He's got to learn how to place that to the outside.
Again, first year starting for Pena. He was behind Jake Goodwin last year. But it is a long season, and Pena will be the starter for head coach Chris Lawton.
He has the techniques.
Booted up, Parwall on the receiving end. Kennedy over to Whitaker. Trying to send it through, stopped by Engber. Whitaker now staying with it. Some pushing going on, but he'll get it over to Kennedy. Kennedy tries sending it on net, stopped by Arias.
That's the play that they've been working on for 2 weeks.
And they've been trying to execute it. So far to no avail, but there is still 36 minutes that Darien could try to put something in the back of the net. As Kennedy will trot over to the corner. That's actually Pegg, my apologies. Trevor Pegg sends it into the box.
Darien has 9 men up now.
Off the head of Sawyer. This one will now find the empty space. Sanctus to throw it in, keeping on the Darien attacking zone. Trying to find Pegg. and turned over.
No clear signal on what that was, whether it was pushing. I doubt it was offsides. It can't be on a throw-in.
Yeah, especially it was the near side referee that called that, and you have the referee on the far side that would have been right in position to make that offsides call.
He's 40 yards away, so I'm a little curious on what that would be.
Nonetheless, Norwalk will have possession. Jack Petty quickly intercepting it.
Nice move, Jeff.
Petty over to Peg.
Trying to get it down to that wing.
Trevor Peg. We'll turn this one over to Ingber and Norwalk. Ingber, the 4-year varsity player for Norwalk. He's so far been the big offensive guy to watch. It will be free kick for Owen Comey and Darien. Comey, a senior captain for the Blue Wave. Just went a long way looking for Peg. He'll let it go. Kennedy trying to fight with it, but it will be Pace Heatley to knock it out of play.
Throw-in.
We saw Norwalk on this side with a throw-in. Take it just like a corner kick. It's going to be interesting what Kennedy does.
I don't think he has that arm.
Kennedy, the
good arm,
throw
though.
Off the head of Arias. Parwall now over to the gloves of Pena. Marcos Pena, 7 saves in the ball game for him. A little off this punt into the midfield. Again, a match that a lot of people have been waiting for this afternoon between Darien and Norwalk. A good way to start the season for both sides as they will enter their respective seasons. Both of which playing. That one's got over to Bronca. They play all the FCIAC teams, including they will both participate in the first ever FCIAC CCC Showdown on September 24th. Norwalk, they will have the New Milford Green Wave as Darien will take on the Conard Red Wolves, both of those games at the Farmington Sports Complex. So first time you'll see some out of conference competition for both these teams as Sawyer. This is it.
Bronca is really showing very good, excellent form for the goalkeeper. Smothering that ball immediately.
Bronca. Pump this one. Here's now Norwalk in the midfield. Norwalk with the opportunity. That one knocked out of play. Comey with the free kick.
Yeah, the whistles are confusing a lot of people over here. With the game behind us.
It is indeed the JV game behind us. As a result, the extra whistles. Even the fans pointing out on it now, the whistles. It's definitely a beautiful facility here at Darien High School. I guess you could say the one flaw with it. But now Pena will have the goal kick. And we apologize for the technical difficulties you might have experienced with our scoreboard graphic. They seem to be fixed. Crew working hard on that one. Here's Thomas trying to send the through ball. He finds Ingber. Ingber, the shot, and it's in! Luke Ingber scores, and Norwalk goes up 1-0. A beautiful goal and a beautiful finish for the Bears. And just like that, it's 1-0.
Well, that's their target. That's the guy they've been going to all game. And I will say this, Bronca executed his defense, and he did. It looked like he got his right arm, right hand on the ball. So it was just beautifully struck by the Norwalk player.
And there is a player down on the field. Norwalk scores, though. We're going to step aside as they attain to the player after a great goal from Luke Ingber and the Norwalk Bears. They lead 1-0 on the DAF Media Network.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
We're back on the DAF Media Network. You're taking a look at that Luke Ingber goal, the one that broke our tie. You could see a great through pass, and Ingber slammed it home in the 48th minute of play. And Tim, if you're Darien, what do you need to do to try to move past that and keep going with the final 31 minutes?
Well, I think, go back to what you practiced for the last 2 weeks, and eventually that will work. And we kind of expected this. These teams know each other. It's punch for punch. It's very high-speed, energetic game. We expected number 11 to be the target. That's the guy that took the shot. Bronca did a really nice attempt to save it. And unfortunately, his right hand wasn't able to do it. But it's a good score by Norwalk. Darien didn't really do anything wrong. But this is what we expected from the get-go. Two very good teams.
Dylan Thomas will get on the athletic trainer card. He'll be carted off. Again, not good for Norwalk to see a senior captain like that go down.
He's clutching his upper left thigh. I didn't see anything out on the field while he was playing. All of a sudden, he turned around and he was down.
It definitely was that sequence. Ingber was celebrating with his team, and you looked over, he was on the ground. I mean, you speak of injuries, and you look on the field, Freddie Bonilla back onto the field, so he left in the first half on the cart. He seems to be okay and back into this match. But nonetheless, a goal in the 48th minute from Luke Ingber, and that gave Norwalk the 1-0 lead as Darien will restart and look to get one up themselves. That's number 22 for Darien, newly entered into the game. And Sebastian Gardner, Bonilla, trying to hustle for it, cannot keep it in. As for Darien, that seems to be the only substitution. Lefkowitz out there, Roderick, and then number 22, Sebastian Gardner, the sophomore. Another player that Darien has been excited to get. It's Whitaker.
Norwalk is pressing right now and winning the ball.
Wind has started to slow down as Papakosmis will retreat it back to Arias. And now Pena will touch it. Marcos Pena punts this one past Ingber. And we've been talking about all game Luke Ingber, the spark plug player that Norwalk was looking to get, and they fed him on that last one and was able to finish. As that's Rojas falling to the ground, staying with it.
He had been playing right where he is on the left-hand side the entire first half and whatever, but he came in on the right side to score that goal, which I think surprised a lot of Darien players.
Here's Arias. That one just past Papakosmis. And great job by Whitaker now flipping the momentum. Whitaker sends it just past Kennedy. And now Gardner will look to clear it out. Jack Gardner, the senior.
Norwalk has 8 men back right now versus the 5 attacking for Darien.
Norwalk definitely has the numbers.
Timeout.
And we will see another injury stoppage as Cameron Moyers will check in. It's Owen Comey, he will get up. Seems to be a little shaken up. And that is Pegg throwing the ball into the C of the Darien bench. Trying to keep it in, he does. Was Whitaker, and that one, the whistle will call it off, but a good effort from Moyers to just put the shot off.
Interesting call by the ref from 20 yards out that the ball was out of bounds.
That's interesting because Kennedy Whitaker got pushed a good way on that one, and the ball will stay with Pena and the Bears. Punt from Pena, or the goal kick rather. The boot of Parwall. Now getting it to Kennedy, looking to flip the field. Here's Miles Lefkowitz, the sophomore. Great move from him, getting it back to Petty. 3 sophomores on the field for Darien: Lefkowitz, Gardner, and Moyers. You got to assume the future of Blue Wave soccer. Darien will be graduating 26 seniors from this team. They will only be down to 12 returners potentially next season. So it's really the golden year for head coach John Bradley and Darien with this group of guys.
Well, the DSA continues to supply both the boys and the girls in an annual tradition now that, the 8th graders come in and replace and grow into the high school system, and it's...
Here's Ingber now. Got past the slide tackle of Comey. He's going to chip it off to Tagridis. Tagridis staying with it now. It's over to Sawyer. The give and go. The shot. And they will call, I believe, the offsides.
He was in the right position to make that call, and he...
Referee saw Sawyer might have been just a bit offsides. The give and go. Got it to the boot of Tagridis, and the clock will stop as that ball is trickling around in the parking lot. Good kick there from Darien dad all the way down to Bronca. And the clock has restarted, or at least the play has. Not sure about the clock.
I'd like to see Darien control the ball a little bit more than just kick it.
That one out of play. And there we go, the clock finally gets moving. Good though, a couple 45 seconds or so, Darien got untimed. As they will set up corner kick.
Norwalk has 10 men back.
They will set up the corner kick. This is an opportunity for Darien to level this game. Peg sends it on net.
Oh, nice corner.
Up and stopped by Pena. Marcos Pena. 8 saves for him.
That's what I'd like to see both goalies doing, just rolling it out to the wings to bring it up that way versus just punting it.
That was something that killed Pena in the first half, was those punts turning him straight over. Bad head there. Good stop by Pena. But it really gives the offense a chance when you can roll it out to them, make some magic with 26 minutes remaining in the match. Both of these teams looking for a result here to open up their 2022 campaigns. A punt from Pena again, just over Sawyer. On the far wing with it, that's the one's over to Ingber.
Ooh, dangerous
Bonilla
play.
now gets it over to Papakosmas. Right back over to Heatley and intercepted by Kennedy. Great alertness from the Darien senior. And once again, Girardi's going to send this one just high. But if you're Norwalk, you're fine letting that clock tick off. Up by a goal. Trey DeSanctis checking back in for the Blue Wave in the place of Sebastian Gardner.
I like this move by John Bradley.
Especially getting a big player like Trey back on the field after resting up. He can really make some magic for Darien, the third-year varsity player. And he's really seen a lot of playing time over those 3 years. That's Moyers back to Comey. Bobby Whitaker was looking for Kennedy. He finds him.
Nicely taken down.
Kennedy sends it just wide of the net. And
Oh, no.
he is on the ground.
Cramping up.
Clay's brother right there is to help him out. And the clock will stop. Appears to be nothing more than a cramp right there. And while we have a stoppage, I might as well give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew doing a great job bringing you the sights and sounds in this one. Miller Hackman, Bo Hackman, Ben White Shoeless, Henry and Brogno, Cooper Kelly, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew. And the cart, it will come onto the field. So with that, we're going to take a short break and be right back on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and Darien Foundation. Welcome you back to center oval field. A goal kick from Pena will get us started after the injury timeout. 24 minutes remaining in regulation between the Darien Blue Wave and the Norwalk Bears. That one just past Sawyer out of play. Braden Schenk and Tim Blake with you. So glad you can be with us. Spending your Thursday afternoon wherever you may be watching the DAF Media Network. First athletic contest of any sport for both of these schools. Definitely a marquee one. Defending FCIAC champions Norwalk Bears. And
that's a good call right there. Pushing from the back, defending. See if Darien can set this up and use this set play.
Bobby Whitaker will take the free kick. Quite some ways away, but he does have some range to his shot.
Norwalk has all 11 players back there right now.
And actually, they will sub it off to Trevor Pegg to take this free kick. Pegg scored 10 goals last season, was second on the team in goals. It's going to be interesting what he does. Pegg sends it on net, and just high of the net. He was going for it all, but just put a little too much on it.
First shot of the season.
That's the thing we were talking about at the break. For most of these guys, their first game out here in a while, they got to get used to it and get ready for the 16 games they have after this. So the long season and the long grind just starts today. Header from Comey now. Was looking for Moyers in the midfield. Comey's going to now punch it out to Pegg. Comey chips this one up. Stopped by Pena.
Both Darien players were in perfect position.
Marcos Pena.
Unfortunately, the goalie was too.
Another big save for him. Comey was putting one up on net. And that's the thing, is Darien has had the opportunities in this one, but they have not been able to beat Marcos Pena. In midfield, nice move by Rojas. Will be a throw-in to Gardner. Over to the boot of Sawyer. Short little pass. Dwadi will stop it before it progresses to Bonilla.
So Norwalk is settling it down. They're not just kicking it.
This one out was looking for Bonilla. The shot, and it's just high. Freddie Bonilla had an opportunity and just a couple inches high of the net. And again, Darien will breathe the sigh of relief.
I'd like to see Darien bring it more up the wings.
Close opportunity there. As now Bonilla on the near wing. Treats it back to Arias. And now over to Tommy Branca, who will corral it. Mitch Davis now. Over to Moyers.
Darien continues to go right down the middle. They're going to continue to get pushed off the ball. I think they'd be much more successful by going down the wings.
That's something that Norwalk has shown, is they're playing the more aggressive game up the middle. And so far, Darien has not had many looks up that middle. It's mainly been the wings that they've gotten the most success.
That's their most successful play, Darien skill-wise. I'm saying that after only about 60 minutes of play, but that's what I'm seeing. There's
shot
a
there.
shot.
And Pena will stop at an opportunity from Kennedy. Marcos Pena will make it 10 saves on the game.
Darien continues to do that throughout the season. They're going to be good, real good.
They are indeed, and again, the tough contest that they were drawn in game one against Norwalk, but they do have a couple games upcoming against West Hill, Trumbull, Fairfield, Ludlow, their next couple, so definitely not the easiest of starts, as Branca will just barely get that one. Bonilla thought the ball might have snuck through, but Branca, a very big save there, because if he doesn't, Bonilla's gone with a wide open net.
Yeah.
And a miscommunication on the Bears. They're just trying to clear it out. There's number 12, Papakosmis. Kennedy fighting through, gonna send the shot up and stopped by Pena. James Kennedy was looking to go to that top right corner, but once again, the brick wall of Pena makes the stop.
Well, Pena's got the right, all of his moves. He's obviously been well coached, so he's not going to make any, flagrant mistakes. He may not have started behind the all FCIAC, but he knows what he's doing back there.
He does indeed, and this is his third year on varsity, so he's definitely seen the play, and he's quite used to it. As now Parwall gets it through to Moyers. He's going to chip it over to Kennedy, intercepted by Arias. And that's something that has definitely been a big factor in why Norwalk is up 1-0 in this game is Marcos Pena, 11 saves. As now Dylan Thomas will check back in. He was carted off in the 48th minute. Seems to be okay, and now we'll play the remaining 18. Whitaker heads it over to Rojas. Now Comey.
Not sure what the signal is there.
Not sure either, but the near referee made the call.
Had to be pushing.
This one now sent on net off the head of, not sure who that was. Actually, it was number 2, Arias. Yes, I do know. Peg now. No call, and Dylan Thomas will flip the field.
It was a play on, and it was a good non-call. Nice defending there by Darien.
Here's now Whitaker on the far wing. Peg making one nice move. He's being guarded by Degradus.
Darien needs to go to the left.
Petty.
There it is.
Right on cue, and Kennedy just past his reach, and Bonilla will come away with possession. Scar Parwall, small pass over to DeSanctis. Now over to the wing with Trevor Pegg on the far side. He's going to head it up the middle, in between Moyers, and that one will be punched out by Pena. Cavana was looking to get something.
Corner kick, nice.
So another opportunity for Darien. It will be Trevor Pegg on the corner kick. Darien trailing 1. Pegg sends it on net. Just high of the scrum, and that one will be cleared out by the Bears. DeSanctis.
Nice trap, well controlled. Here it comes again. Boom.
DeSanctis sends this one on net. Pegg now trying to stay with it. And
another non-call.
No call, but that one will be booted away by Thomas. Darien has definitely been looking for the calls, has not got many.
No, the ref's doing a nice job. He's just he's letting them play, but making the push calls when he has to, just to let the players know.
That's true. I mean, it definitely has been a physical game from the start. Both teams have picked up on that. Now Jeff Midwadi will stand to throw it in, and Darien will bring out their captain and James Kennedy. Head coach John Bradley on the sideline talking to his guys, trying to come up with a plan of action with 15 minutes left to play in this opening match. Big first game for the points table. Pena, low lining kick off the head of Sawyer. And now they're going to try to send it through to Thomas. Petty's going to very smartly clear that one out.
Yeah, when in doubt, kick it out.
Yes, indeed, and especially like that when you're being pinned up against the All-FCIAC West player, Dylan Thomas. He might beat you on the ground. So take the upper hand, force the throw-in and the restart. Especially with 15 minutes, you do still have time for that, and only down 1 goal.
Yeah, Darien's putting some pressure on down there. I just wish they'd played a little bit more wide left. But it's also really good defense by Norwalk.
It is indeed, and this has been a back-and-forth match all afternoon. DeGritas is over to Bradley. Ben Bradley, the senior captain, doing a great job at the midfield for the Bears. This one now being pushed over to Bonilla off his head, and Branca makes the stop. Bonilla gonna head this one up into the center circle. Henry Cavana turns it over to Papakosmis. He gets it right on over to Thomas. Nice stop by Nudwadi.
He's playing a really nice game. He's hurt. His left leg is hurt.
Looks like he's fighting through it as this one's going to be over to Pena. Pena going to take his time to corral it. Again, Norwalk not in any way against the clock ticking off. Darien trying to fight the clock and put a goal up on the board. Petty just gets past him. He will get it back to Branca. Big kick from Tommy. Off the head of Moyers.
Nice flick.
He's looking for Kennedy. Good job by Comey at the midfield now. He's going to try to punch it on over to Peg.
Send it wide. There's Norwalk's defense just smothering it.
Make it run, Miles.
Thomas. Past Nudwadi. He's going to try to get it over to Bonilla.
It's back and forth, back and forth.
Over there to Rojas. Ivan Rojas falling to the ground, and he stays with it.
That's a trip. That'll be a direct shot. It'll be interesting to see. That's the first time we've seen Norwalk with a direct kick right down the middle.
It is indeed, and it's going to be Ivan Rojas to take it for the Bears. He's not in yet. The refs are going to call it back.
Not sure why he did that on a direct kick. You can take it whenever you want. It's a live ball.
Interesting. The ref stops play, but now Rojas will try again. Darien sending the two-man wall. Rojas now over to Girardi.
4-on-4. That's danger.
Trying to get past Nudwadi, and they're going to give it to Branca and the goal kick. So great defense by Jeff to shield away Sawyer. That's actually Thomas. Still great defense by Jeff. Not sure what's happening right now. Looks like they're setting the ball up perfectly for Branca. Small kick over to Comey. Comey looking to speed it up. Great ball to Kennedy.
Well, Kennedy has a really nice ability to settle the ball down off of a long pass. Both he and his brother.
Bonilla now being double teamed. Moyers and Kennedy.
Triple push from the back. That's going to draw a foul.
So whistle against Darien. Rojas will let his teammate take over on the free kick. Here's Arias. Arias checking to make sure he's good. Down over to Branca. He will stop it.
That's a right play by Branca.
Pulls it out to Petty. Keeping Darien in their rhythm. Petty has some open room. Gets past one defender. Trying to get past Papakosmis. And will be turned over to the Bears, letting that one roll past the end line. So once again, the goal kick will be given to Pena. Nine and a half minutes left in regulation. Norwalk will be bringing in Neil Alvarado for the first time in this match. He'll be in the place of Papakosmis. Cosmos, good match from him. But now it will be the Norwalk senior Alvarado taking over.
He's got fresh legs right down the middle, so that's one of the good reasons to bring him in.
Whitaker. Slow it down. They do still have 9 minutes, Darien. Whitaker's going to send this one on net.
Little chip shot.
And stopped by the traffic in front of the net. Whitaker had the right intentions. Now Parwell, the only one that stayed back from that, will send it right back.
Somebody in Norwalk players down.
Good stop by Pena, and then they will stop the clock on this one. But Darien has definitely been sending the ball on net. 1-0 Norwalk leads, 8:34 remaining. And we are going to take a short break on the DAF Media Network and be right back. We're back on the DAF Media Network. After the injury timeout, it will be a goal kick for Marcos Pena. You hear the chatter, a packed house at Darien High School for this opening match of the 2022 campaign between the Darien Blue Wave and the Norwalk Bears. A match that really, I guess you could say, dictates the tempo of the early season. You get the early motivation by winning the opening game, and if not, you got to look ahead at the other one. Parwell kick this one out of play. And looking ahead real quick, Norwalk, their next match will be 2 days from today on Saturday. They will host the Wilton Warriors in their home opener at Testa Field. As for Darien on Saturday, they will take a trip up to Stamford and take on the West Hill Vikings. Again, we mentioned Darien, a tough start, drawing Norwalk and West Hill in their first 2 games, but definitely a contest for Darien's team and head coach John Bradley. Again, the early preseason favorite for the FCIAC as picked by Dave Rudin. And Darien, the quick restart. DeSanctis throwing it over to Whitaker. It's intercepted by Bonilla.
To give you an idea how close these teams are, not only in the varsity level, but the JV level, they just went to a 0-0 final.
Wow.
And they're all right behind us now. This place is filling up big time.
It is indeed. The handball will be called, and possession going to the Norwalk Bears. And that's something, looking around, you got the Darien girls varsity team, JV, both teams' fan bases here. A couple students that stayed and watched this game, so I don't think you can get much more packed here at the Oval Field. And again, the first contest for both of these high schools in the 2022-23 school year of any sport. Rojas trying to get it over to Sawyer. Sawyer will now keep it in the corner, and Norwalk's going to play some mind games with it. Some pushing going on. Darien will come away with it. Parwall, a great job.
All right. Come up the middle and go down to the wings.
Jack Petty.
There you go.
Over to DeSanctis, short pass, but DeSanctis now is going to try to get this one a long ways. Over to Roderick. Comey's going to keep it in right back to Petty. And the hold right there.
He's not going to give him a yellow card, but it's certainly worth it.
A little excessive there from Petty, but the free kick will be awarded to the Bears.
A little frustration there, too.
I think the Norwalk sideline was calling for the card, but the ref doesn't issue it. And
No, that's with this amount of time left in a 1-0 game.
Doesn't make the most sense.
No.
As now Owen Comey will throw it in. Nice job by Sawyer to create some disruption. Comey going to bounce it over to Kennedy. And again, that time stopped by Antunes, newly entered into the game. Christian Antunes, first-year varsity player for the Bears. So some fresh legs.
Settle it down, Darien. Settle it down.
Bobby Whitaker now trying to set up the offense. Sends this one into the corner.
Nice turn.
And Kennedy unable to keep it in, but we will see the corner kick, so smart go. And now Trevor Pegg in the corner with it. 5:20 left to play in regulation.
At this skill level, at this speed, that's enough time.
Trying to give and go. Pegg sends it on the ground and just gets past Pena, but out of play. So Darien will be awarded another corner kick. All I saw was the ball get past Pena, but it was just to the left of the net. Just a couple inches missing the post. And now Trevor Pegg will do it again. Sends this one low lining and off the side of the net. Trevor Pegg shaking that one off. First opportunity was a good one for Darien. And they beat Pena on it, just couldn't send it on net. And now Marcos Pena.
Similar to the goal that Norwalk scored, that was from Darien. It just happened to be a little bit off net.
Now Pena sends this one over to the midfield, stopped by Petty, and Norwalk's just going to keep the ball up in the air. Sawyer's hustling for it. Bronca coming out of his cage. And no call made on it. And Tunez trying to stay with possession. So Darien dodges a bullet with the empty net as now Parwall over to Whitaker. Sends this one to Kennedy. Kennedy.
Settle it down. There you go.
Trying to punch it into the box. Sends the through ball to Kennedy. James Kennedy stopped by the Norwalk defense. And Tunez now quickly met by Whitaker. Whistle's going to keep it with Darien.
That'll be a direct kick from about 25 yards out.
A big
time stoppage, Norwalk player out.
So 3:46, the clock will stop. They'll check on Miles Sawyer. This will be a big free kick for Darien. 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in regulation.
Norwalk's got all 11 back.
Norwalk leads 1-0. as it will be Bobby Whitaker to take the free kick. Clocks back in. Whitaker sends this one on net and just high of the net. Again, Whitaker was going for it all and just misses.
That shot is so hard to do.
And now Pena will have the goal kick. In Norwalk, you're just slowing the ball down. This one now over to Parwell. Darien needs some magic late here. It's definitely possible given their matches last season. The Richfield match, the Fairfield Ward match down the stretch they scored in the last couple minutes. As this one out, headed to Pena. Some risky business, but Pena comes down with it.
That's an experienced defender.
It is indeed number 2, Isaac Arias, the second-year varsity player. Punted up in the air. Over to Bonilla on the near side, just past him. DeSanctis going to try to play the defense, headed up in the air. They're going to try to send it through Sawyer.
They're just going to try and just keep it down in the corner. Nice pick.
Pickpocketed by Kennedy. James Kennedy now going to try to flip the field. Quickly met by Alvarado. Tripped up, no call. And the yellow card will be handed out on that one. Not sure who they're handing it to, but the ref does pull out the yellow. And Brenton Dolan will
Darien player out, so
James Kennedy will receive the yellow card. Player down, and the clock will stop at 2:11 remaining in regulation. Again, Kennedy with the yellow card, James Kennedy, and now Brenton Dolan will check into play. Play is resumed. Small little pass right to Dolan off the bench. He's going to head it. And Norwalk's going to let that one go. Coming down the stretch here, Darien desperately needs some late magic if they want to try to tie this match. Small little pass into Thomas. Dolan very aggressive with it. Trying to just get something. Here's Thomas. He's going to try to keep it in the corner. And that one is out, so Darien will need to go quick. 90 seconds left for him. Roderick will keep the progression going. Tripped up there, the backspin over to Petty, and now DeSanctis.
Needs to settle it down.
Sends it off the head of Ingber. That's actually Girardi. And this one now going the wrong direction for Darien.
That's a nasty swipe at the number 11 from the Norwalk captain.
Off of Kennedy, and that one will...
The ref missed it. It was right in front of the bench. I mean,
final minute in this one. Bonilla now right back to Kennedy. This is Matthew Kennedy. Sanctus going to try to send it right up the middle to Moyers. And it will be Dylan Thomas who will come away in the midfield.
glad to see Dolan up, but I mean, he's hurt.
The clock is going to continue to tick, and the clock will stop right there. 33 seconds left in regulation, and it will be a Norwalk ball. .33 more ticks, and Norwalk will walk away with the opening match victory rather. Small pass into the corner, and the goal kick. Darien now going to try to move very quick. Bronca on the goal kick. Low lining, stopped by Rojas.
It's okay, settle it down.
15 seconds, Comey now.
That's the right
trying
play
one
there.
last chance, off the head and out of play. We will see a corner kick, so Darien now really moving, 5 seconds. Trevor Pegg, does he have the magic? The corner kick, and it is just high of the scrim. Norwalk will take the opening match by a final of 1-0. A beautifully played match by both sides. Darien came down to the very last play and they are unable to score and get shut out. Tim, what are your final thoughts in this one?
That's exactly what we said at the beginning. Two very experienced teams that know each other well, and it's going to take one mistake. And Norwalk was the beneficiary of getting a really fine goal, but Darien is pounding away at it all day. Very proud of them.
It was a back-and-forth battle all game, but the decider was a Luke Ingber goal in the 48th minute that gave the Bears a 1-0 lead, and they rode that all the way to the end. And now, Tim, looking at Darien, they start the season 0-1, playing a very solid team. What does Darien need to do to move past this game and focus on West Hill on Saturday?
Just move past this game, right? They're a very solid team. They're going to do very well this year. They're going to come up against other Norwalk-type teams, probably none that they know as well. So it's they didn't play poorly. They didn't play badly. They played very well against a very, very good team.
So once again, your final, Norwalk 1, Darien nothing. Norwalk opens their season 1-0, Darien 0-1. I'm going to give one final shout-out to our DAF Media production crew doing a great job bringing the sights and sounds in this one. Miller Hackman, Bo Hackman, Ben White-Chulis, Henry Imbrogno, Cooper Kelly, and our DAF Media advisor, Damian Andrew. Tim, thanks for coming on the broadcast. It's going to be a fun season calling some soccer with you here, and we're just getting started.
Looking forward to this.
So for our entire production crew, Tim Blake saying so long from Darien High School. I've been Braden Shank, and this has been a production of the DAF Media Network. We'll see you next time.